So, Hare Krishna to you all. Today, 2nd October 2020, and our recitation Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya under the guidance of Srila Prabhupada and blessing of Vaishnava is going on. Today, we'll be taking text 26 onwards from Canto 3, Chapter 10. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udire Dashaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtaki Arvak Shrutatu Navamaha Kshatareka Vidho Nirnam Rajodhika Karmapara Dukhe Cha Sukhamaninaha. Arvak, downwards. Shrutaha, passage of food. Thu, but. Navamaha, the ninth. Kshattaha, O Vidura. Eka Vedaha, one species. Nirnam, of human being. Rajaha, the modes of passion. Adhikaha, very prominent. Karma, paraha, interested in working. Dukhe, in misery. Cha, but. Sukha, happiness. Maninaha, thinking. Translation purport by Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Maharaj ki jai. The creation of the human beings who are of one species only and who stock their eatable in the belly is the ninth in rotation. In the human race, the mode of passion is a very permanent. Humans are always busy in the midst of miserable life, but they think themselves happy in all respects. Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumritambenam Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah Sri Chaitanya Mano Vaishnava Sthapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kathamayam Dadati Supadantikam Bandeham Sri Guru Shada Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Vitantam Sajimam Sadhvetam Sapadutam Parijan Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakan Vitam Cha हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कंचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि प्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां नाम पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णविष्टाय भूतले श्रीमते जय पताका स्वामी नित्यनामिने नमः. आचार्यपादाय निताय कृपाप्रदायिने गौरकथा दामदाय नगरग्रामतारणे नमः. ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णविष्टाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी नित्यनामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाशादेस्तारणे. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. अर्वाक स्रोतस्तु नवमः क्षत्तिर्कविदो निर्णाम रजोधिकाः कर्मपरा दुःखे च सुखमानिनः. So Maitreya Muni, in ecstasy, revealing to Vidura, he said, now today, the ninth creation, and this creation of human being, and it says that they are all of one kind. One kind means two hands, two legs, a mouth, a nose, eyes, and this. All one species. Varieties are there, but species is one. And in other way, there are total 400 types. One species, but 400 types. 400,000. Not 400, 400,000 types. In human race. And their main, the mode, or the material mode is passion. Passion means to do the things. And those who have nothing to do, they cry out, they are unemployed. They want to do something. Everybody wants to get employment. And he says humans are always busy in the midst of miserable life. And their life is miserable, right? But they are trying to make plans. The best living condition, the best working condition, the best environment condition, all these kind of things. Best transportation, best flying, everything best. And in this way, the life is miserable. But they think themselves happy in all respect. They are very happy. Or posed to be happy. And why they are happy? Because they have achieved something of their own. Prabhupada says in his Master commentary, the human beings is more passionate than animals. And thus, the sex life of the human beings are more irregular. The animals have their due times for sexual intercourses, but the human being has no regular time for such activities. The human being is endowed with a higher advanced stage of consciousness for getting relief from the existence of material miseries. But due to his ignorance, he thinks that his higher consciousness is meant for advancing in the material comforts of life. As we all say, economic development, religiosity, economic development, dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. These are the four pillars that their life is around. By advancing in material comforts, the human beings put themselves into the more miserable conditions. But illusioned by the material energy, he always thinks himself happy, even while in the midst of miseries. Such a misery of human life is distinct from the natural, comfortable life enjoyed even by the animals. You must have noticed this whenever you go to visit somebody to the hospital. Maybe his leg is hanging and he made a lot of tubes around. You ask him, how are you? Oh, fine, thank you, Prabhu. He is miserable, but he's trying to compromise, thinking that, yes, I'm happy that I've been admitted, and I'm happy that people have come to see me, but the life is actually miserable. Very few people can understand how to get out of the miseries. You suppose somebody is sick, he goes to the doctor, and he tells the doctor that these symptoms are there, and at the same time he guides the doctor. Doctor, I think you should give me Panadol, or you should do this, you should do that. Now, he knows nothing of it, but still he becomes expert in telling. And by the way, if you say anything, don't say anything, and doctor has given you a 7 days course, I'm sure we just take about 2-3 days. When there's a relief, then we don't complete the course. You know what do you think? Doctor doesn't know anything. I know better. So even the life is miserable, but still we feel that we are in comfortable position. These are passionate activities to achieve. And you know what is your goal of life? To compete with my neighbor, to compete with my colleague. That's it. That's the goal of my life. Nothing less and nothing more. If my neighbor has made a 2-story building, I should also make 3-story. If my colleague is earning more money, he has a better car, I should also have a better car. So our passion is nothing to know about the body and the soul, something to know the sense gratification. And we compete day in and day out. I was just noticed, it's not criticizing, just notice that when this Quebec, they have given that 1 rupee chapati, so they become very passionate. Oh, Prabhu, this one chapati is very nice, you do this, you can do that. And a shortcut. And what was it? All sense gratification. Good for some anyway. But generally, what we are looking for? Shortcut. Everything shortcut. And we want to then, after having those chapatis, we want to build our muscles, we want to have bigger energy and this kind of thing, bigger memory. Is it possible? No. Until we do some endeavor, cook for Krishna, offer it, then it's tangible. Otherwise, simply passionate activities. Others are doing it, let me also do it. That's it. Dekha, dekhi punya. Dekha, dekhi pap. Why I give this example is because passionate activities. If you can do that, why can't I? That's it. That's the aim of my life. You're going to pilgrimage? Oh, really? I'll also go. And then I teach Krishnapur, he is not here in the class, that he has not seen Ati Brother in standing position. Competition, and competition means passion. And the competition means I want to do, I should have better than you. And the life becomes miserable. I had given another example that the cobbler getting 1,000 rupees and then he lost his night's sleep and he forgot his bhajana. So he returned that 1,000 rupees, saying that if this money is distracting me from achieving my goal to remember Krishna throughout, why should I have it? But for us, no, I can accumulate everything. As much as possible, even I require or not. So this what? A busy, Prabhupada says, in advanced document, in a translation, busy in the midst of miserable life. Life is very miserable. But we think, prakriti kriyamanani, gune karmani sarvasaha, ahankar bhunratma, karthamiti manyate. So let me take to the text. I don't know whether I'll be able to finish today, but somehow or other. Vaikritasтрaya evete deva sharga shashattama vaikarikastu ya proktaha kaumarastu bhayatmakaha. Vaikritaha, creation of Brahma, trayaha, three kinds. Eva, certainly, ete, all these. Deva shargaha, appearance of the demigod. Cha, also. Sattama, O good Vidura. Vaikarikaha, creation of demigods by nature. Tu, but. Yaha, which. Proktaha, described before. Kumaraha, the four Kumaras. Tu, but. Ubhaya Atmakaha, both ways, namely Vaikrita and Prakrita. Translation. O good Vidura, these last three creation of the creation of demigod, the 10th creation, are Vaikrita creation, which are different from the previously described Prakrita, natural creation. The appearance of the Kumaras is both. Now we say that in the second, the creation was the demigods. Third creation was the demigod. That is established. But here, so many the demigods, they had come out from the body of Brahma, like Shiva, Kumara, Narada, so many other. Some are demigods, some are the great devotees. So they say it is the 10th kind of creation that took place. Yeah. So, text 28-29. Deva sarga chashtata vidho vibudha pitaro suraha gandharpa sharasa siddha yaksharaksham charanaha bhuta preta pichashasya vidyadhraha kinnaradayah dasayate vidurakhyataha sargaste vishwashrkritaha. Deva sargaha, creation of the demigod, cha also. Ashtavidaha, 8 kinds. Vibhudaha, the demigods. Pitaraha, the forefather. Asuraha, the demons. Gandharvaha, the expert artisans in the higher planet. Apsaraha, the angels. Siddhaha, persons who are perfect in mystic power. Yaksha, the super protectors. Rakshamasi, giants. Charanaha, Charanaha, the celestial singers. Bhuta, jinns. Preta, evil spirit. My God, sorry, it is making a problem for me. Pichasaha, attendance spirit. Sure, also Vidyadharaha, the celestial denizen named Vidyadhara. Kinnaraha, superhuman beings. Adayaha, and others. Dasa, Ete, all these 10 creations. Vidura, O Vidura. Akhyataha, described. Saragaha, creation. Te, unto you. Oh my God. Vikshashraka, the creator of the universe, Brahma. Kritaha, done by him. Translation and the purport. The creation of the demigods is of 8 varieties. The demigods, the forefathers, the asuras or demon, the gandharvas and apsaras or angels, the yakshas, rakshasas, the siddhas, charanas, vidyadharas and vidyadharas, the bhutas, pretas and pichasas, and the superhuman being, celestial singer, etc. All are created by Brahma, the creator of the universe. There's a lovely purport. As explained in the second canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, the Siddhas are inhabitants of Siddhaloka, where the residents travel in space without vehicles. At their mere will, they can pass from one planet to another without difficulty. Therefore, in the upper planets, the inhabitants are far superior to the inhabitants of this planet in all matters of art, culture, and science, since they possess brain superior to those of human beings. The spirits and the jinn mentioned in this connection are also counted among the demigods because they are able to perform uncommon functions not possible for men. Sometimes it's very, very difficult to understand, right? But I tell you, my Buaji, my father's sister, who brought me up really when I lost my mother. So when my wife had to come to Bahrain, so she is giving final instruction to my wife that when plane will go up, the wind will come. So you close your eyes. You put a dupatta so that you don't get the dust. Now, because she had traveled in the buses and she knew that when wind comes, you have to cover your face. So she thought the similar thing happened in the airplane. The question is, we may not understand. Like we are saying, who is Siddhas, Charanadharas, Vidyadharas, we may really not understand. Or the difference between the bhutas, pichasas and pretas, or yakshas and rakshasas, or siddhas, the different siddhas and charanadharas and vidyadharas, isn't it? Very, very difficult for us to understand. Until unless we have experiences or somebody had really categorically explained to us. So this way, of the Gandharvas and Apsaras and the angels, very, very difficult. But Srimad Bhagavatam is categorically telling you everything. Now in detail, you have to search in the net, or you have to go to the Guru or Gurukula, or find in the Vedas. You will get all the explanation of all this. Srimad Bhagavatam is summary. And in the summary, what you are supposed to know? Nam Sankirtanam Yasya. The total culmination, summum bonum of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Nam Sankirtanam Yasya. Sarva Papa Paranasanam Paranamo Dukkasam Namaha Tam Namami Hari Param. After knowing all this, what we are supposed to do? Tam Namami Hari Param. Surrender at the lotus feet of Krishna. That's it. This is the end of it. But there are so many people. They are illiterate. They cannot read. Although they can hear, they cannot read. But just hearing once or twice, they are fully surrendered to Krishna. And they, like we know, the Surdas was blind from the birth. The poetry he has composed for Krishna is beautiful. Isn't it? So you don't have to have the eyes or the ear to understand Krishna. Simply the faith, you can see him within the heart. Santaha sadaiva hridayeshu vilokayanti. So this is Srimad Bhagavatam. So let me take the text 30 also. And chapter 11 also fantastic. We will go through very quickly. Ataha param pravakshyami vansan manvantarani cha evam rajaha pluptaha sreshta kalpadishwadma bhuriha bhura harihi srijyatnamuga sankalpa atmanam. Ataha here, param after, parvakshami I shall explain, tamasan descendants of Manavantarani, different advents of the Manus, cha and evam thus, raja pulataha infused with the mood of passion, srashta the creator, kalpa disu in different millennium, atma bhuhu self advent, Harihi, the personality of Godhead, Srajati, creates, Amogha, unfailing, Sankalpaha, determination, Atma Eva, he himself, Atmanam, himself, Atmana, by his own energy. Translation. Now, I shall describe the descendants of the Manus, the creators, Brahma, as the incarnation of the passion mode of the person of Godhead, creates the universal affair with unfailing desire in every millennium by the force of the Lord's energy. Again, everything by the energy of Lord. Nothing less than that. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara. And was Partha here? Representing devotees. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna. Where is he? Sarvatra. So, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara, Tatra Sri Vijayor Bhuti. Sri is opulence. And what opulence? To know Krishna. Not the Lakshmi, not the money, not the fame. Sri is to know Krishna. That is the biggest wealth one can have in this life. Dhruva. This is a form. Mata Mama is my opinion. Form that he will be always in opulence of remembrance of Krishna. And when somebody remembers Krishna, na shochati, na kamshati. Then all miseries really are forgotten. It's like anesthesia. There may be pain, but you don't feel like. Purport? The cosmic manifestation is an expansion of one of the many energies of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Creator and the Creator are both emanations of the same Supreme Truth. As stated in the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, Janma Adi Yasya Yataha, and the last word was there, Dhimahi. Whenever there is a word Dhimahi, is a Gayatri. So the first sloka of Srimad Bhagavatam is Gayatri. Gayatri means invoking the favor of Krishna. Thus ends the Bhakti Vedanta purport of the third canto, 10th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam entitled Divisions of the Creation. So this was the first chapter. We concluded very quickly, very nicely. And with this also I'll come to the conclusion of my talk. Thank you very much for your enthusiasm and participation. And go.